A play of murder, scheming, and supernatural beings is not something you would expect from William Shakespeare, but the play Macbeth is just that. In this play, the worthy Thane of Glamis, Macbeth, gets a suspicious prophecy from the three witches. He will one day be king. This prophecy drives Macbeth, alongside his wife, to murder King Duncan, and anyone else who dare challenge his power. But many of these characters ultimately cause their own downfall. In life, a fatal flaw could perhaps be the lack of determination within society. The millennials expect to be rich and well off by the age of 25, not realizing that with success comes determination. Nothing will be given to the millennials, which could ultimately cause downfall. People's fatal flaws are ultimately the cause for failure and even tragedy, rather than the circumstances to which they are subjected to. The play Macbeth presents many instances of people's fatal flaws and how these fatal flaws lead to the character's own destruction. King Duncan is referred to as a noble king throughout the play, but he had a major fatal flaw, which was his unconditional trusting in other people. In a short amount of time, it is evident that King Duncan's ultimate trust in people backfires, first with the Thane of Cawdor and then with Macbeth. No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounced his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth. He is so full valiant, and his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care is gone before to bid us home. It is a peerless kinsman. King Duncan was ever so trusting of the Thane of Cawdor, but the Thane then goes on to try and take over Duncan's domain, declaring war against him. Then King Duncan places all his trust into Macbeth, treating him as a fellow royal family member, only to be murdered by the exact same person he quote-unquote trusted, simply because of Macbeth's desire to be king. Macbeth had a blinding ambition to be king, and this ambition was his fatal flaw. After gaining little to no knowledge from the witches, he went on to tell his wife about his prophecy of becoming king. Macbeth decides to take the king's life in order for his own succession, but immediately realizes the tainted soul he's gained in Act 2, Scene 3. Lived a blessed time, for from this instant hears nothing serious in mortality. All but toys renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere less is left this vault brag of. He feels immediate grief for the killing of King Duncan, but does not stop his murderous actions. He even comes to a realization that within the prophecy, the witches mention that Banquo's sons shall be his successors, and that he had sold his soul for an quote-unquote fruitless crown. He continues with the murderous acts still because of the mocking and tempting whispers of his wife. Settled and bend up, each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Beginning to give up his humanity in order to pursue his ambitions, but this would not have happened without Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth was a major cause of Macbeth's fatal flaw and ultimate downfall. With her ambitions taking control, she wishes to change herself into a tainted soul, so that she can carry out the haunting deed of killing the king. Tender 'tis love to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling at my face, plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Murdering of King Duncan, Lady Macbeth starts to break and pummel with grief. Not only was Lady Macbeth's ambition a fatal flaw, but she could not endure the consequences of her ambition, which was another one of her fatal flaws. This leads to her own destruction. What, will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting. Are the main role in cause for self-destruction. The circumstances in which people are subjected to do not influence the actions they make. People are driven by their fatal flaws due to their own personal decisions. In the play Macbeth, King Duncan, Macbeth, and Lady Macbeth are a prime example of the consequences of not controlling a personal fatal flaw. The characters of Macbeth succumbed to their fatal flaw, which drove them to their end. The determination that is his biggest strength is also at times his fatal flaw. Like an unthinking machine, he'll just keep shoving, not realizing a step back, a one-night pause could let some obstacle move out of the way and smooth his path. Lynn Parody.